your biggest concern about the Cowboys heading towards the end of the regular season and the postseason is what?
Probably if they lost one of these receivers. CD, I think, has been fantastic, and now that he's back in the slot, he's a really legitimate tough guy in there. Blocks, does the whole thing. I really like him as a player. But the return of Michael Gallup has probably meant the most to him. That Michael Gallup now can sit out there at that X position, create some deep balls. 3 great contested catches in that game against the Giants. When Michael Gallup can handle that position, when he can force you, if you want to play single high and one-on-one on the outside, and he's going to go up and win those jump balls, that's when this team's great. But for Dak Prescott, I think the change they made in the offense, putting him back under center so that the hard play action stuff off of their running game creates opportunities for big plays down the field. I thought that was the singular sort of jumping off point that kind of turned this offense around. So I don't have a lot of concerns, although I will say one thing. I think that the Giants, even though they got beaten that game, the Giants are a physical monster of a D-line and of a team. I mean, they beat up this offensive line to some extent on the inside. So if Tyron Smith can come back, Tyler Smith move back into the left guard position, I think the Cowboys are going to be well positioned late in the year to get better and better and have a real shot at this thing.
Any downside to bringing in OBJ?
Of course, cure-alls sometimes can blow up, but I like OBJ. And then he has the incident on the airplane. What does that mean? What does that not mean? I have no idea. But he's a different guy when you talk to him than when you read his social media. I mean, he is a thoughtful, sort of God-fearing, he's a really interesting guy. And I think the guys on that team would really like him, and he would slide in there. That's really that third receiver position is kind of what they're missing. We saw what happened when he was able to draw coverage when he went into the Rams organization, especially when he was really healthy at the end of the year. And if the Cowboys are going to win it all, I'm not sure they're winning it all with this 2 and 3 tight end formation as a constant. Yes, as a change up with their running game, fantastic, love it. It looked good, all those sort of things. But there's going to come a time in those playoffs when they need 3 wideouts. They can go 11 personnel. They can spread it out. And now we're going to do CD and Michael. And now here comes Odell as the number 3. That's a different story if he's right. I mean, you got to see him. I have no idea. Can he run? Can he cut? Can he do the things? Is he going to be a little bit nervous on the knee after a couple of surgeries? I don't know.